Hello, I'm BrigantiaBlackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to the series Pagan Problems. This week we're talking about relying on the gods during tough times. Because by now, I think we've all realized that this rough patch we've been going through politically, socially, and even religiously, it's going to continue on for a while. The storm will rage on. And once we come through this, the world will be a different place, possibly a change for the better. Certainly it could be for the worse, at least for a while, we just don't know. But what is certain is that things will never be how they used to be. And if any of us are still clinging to that lingering hope, I think it's time to let it go and realize that the wheel has turned and we can't go backwards. If we can make our peace with that, then we will be able to plan and be able to react to the realities of the present and immediate future more effectively. We are faced with challenges, change, transformation of all sorts, and what many of us need right now is a sense of calm and enhanced wisdom. These 5 things are all magical intentions, and this is where we can get practical benefit from our correspondence books. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it. It's definitely worth the investment. So, challenges. It's probably fair to say that many, if not most of us, have experienced great difficulties in the past few years, probably more so than what we have at previous stages of our lives. But we need to face such things alone with or without guidance. We can turn to certain gods. We have Baal, Ea, Loki, Marduk, and Set. And for the goddesses, Ishtar, Isis, and Tiamat. And then change, because there's been no shortage of changes lately. And there's a number of deities who know all about that. Again, with the gods, Ares, the Dagda, Enki, Gwydion, Janus, Jupiter, Loki, Osiris, Perun, Quetzalcoatl, Ra, Vertiminus, Zeus. And with the goddesses, Artemis, Demeter, Ganga, Isis, Kali, Kuan Yin, Lakshmi, Persephone, Rhiannon, Tiamat, and Xochitl. Then we have transformation, because it isn't merely the outside world that's changing. In all likelihood, we will need to evolve ourselves. And for guidance, we can look to the following gods: Angus, Apollo, Atticus, Cronus, Gwydion, Horus, Loki, Odin, Osiris, Poseidon, and Zeus. And for the goddesses, we could try Artemis, Calliope, Breur, Caradwin, Kokilu, Hecate, Isis, Kali, Parvati, Pele, and Sekhmet. Now for calm and peace, because as we are making our way through this state of flux, having a sense of inner tranquility will be more important than ever. There may be days when the only true refuge we have will be within our own minds and the connection we have with the gods. And if we're needing a few lessons, we have several who we can turn to teach us. With the gods, you might try Balder, Buddha, Byblog, Coyote, Eros, Freyr, Manannan, Njord, Shiva, and Thoth. And with the goddesses, Amaterasu, Amriti, Athena, Gaia, Hestia, Kuan Yin, Minerva, Modron, Sekhmet, and Selene. Now we have wisdom, which is the greatest ally we can have in the midst of all of this is wisdom. But of course, we know it doesn't come automatically. We have to seek it out and try our best to grow into it. And to aid with that process, we can reach out to a number of deities. With the gods, you could try Apollo, Balder, Belenus, Buddha, the Dagda, Enki, Ganesh, Hephaestus, Hermes, Janus, Jupiter, Krishna, Manan, Mimir, Neptune, Odin, Agma, Prometheus, Shiva, Thoth, and Zeus. And with the goddesses, Amaterasu, Anat, Asherah, Astarte, Athena, Bab, Brigid, Calibre, Ceres, Caradwin, Danu, Frigga, Gaia, Hecate, Hera, Isis, Kuan Yin, Lakshmi, Maka, Minerva, Persephone, Sarasvati, Sekhmet, and Spider-Woman. Now, with all those lists, you may have noticed there were a series of names that kept popping up again and again. And hopefully you will have found a name that is within a pantheon of gods that you're comfortable with working with, because, reality is we're not all on the same path here, are we? And we need to be aware that we do have resources within the pantheons that we are connecting with. And to begin with, we can learn all we can about the mythology and the associations about the deities we're intending to seek out for help during these turbulent times. It's quite helpful also to research what modern practitioners have to say about working with these gods and goddesses so we gain a better sense of their likes and their dislikes and their personality in general and how they typically deal with people who are trying to build a relationship with them. The next step is to make an offering to the deity of our choice who can best help us with our current needs, introduce ourselves to them if we haven't worked with them before, and ask for the opportunity to learn from them. And from there, we've got to wait for a response. We can pray, meditate, keep our eyes and ears open for any nudges we may get. These could be very, very subtle, and they may come only after we have shown some persistence. After all, if a deity is going to take time out of their affairs and actually work with us, the least we can do is show some persistence as an act of good faith that will actually be worth teaching and that we're serious about wanting their help. Then, after that point, it's up to us to apply whatever guidance is offered. The gods will not sort out our difficulties for us, but they can and do teach. And the final step is, of course, our own practical application of those lessons. So, I hope this proves helpful. I hope this reminds us all that we are not without resources. We are not walking alone through all of this. And while we are still going to have to be active and directly dealing with our challenges and difficulties that we face, that doesn't mean that we are isolated in that attempt. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, or come visit us on Discord at Blackbird's Brew. There's a link to join in the description box as per usual, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.